Now those who have been following this channel for any length of time will be well aware of the crossover between wrestling and video games, with many current performers being ardent video game enthusiasts such as the likes of Cody Rhodes, Xavier Woods and Kenny Omega. Given the spectacle and heightened image that is required to be a wrestler, it's no surprise that there are many of them who also enjoy cosplaying too. It only makes sense that many of these outfits will be of various characters from the video game world, and that's exactly why we're here today, so be sure to subscribe and click on that notification bell, because today we're looking at 10 occasions where wrestlers dressed as video game characters in wrestling, including a few who may surprise you. Number 1. Seth Rollins as Mario. In some ways, we're sure the Monday Night Messiah would rather forget this one. Rollins posted an image on his Instagram page all the way back in 2015 of a couple's Halloween costume he had made with his at-the-time girlfriend, Zara Schreiber. She appeared as everyone's favorite sidekick Luigi, while Seth made himself up as Mario. The former WWE Universal Champion in particular looks impressive, as he even went to the trouble of shoving what we expect was pillows up his shirt to simulate Mario's large gut, something which the CrossFit Jesus could never be accused of having. There was a second photo posted over on Schreiber's Instagram page, which showed the two of them handing out Halloween candy to a child. The only issue with this one in hindsight is that Rollins has since ended his relationship with Schreiber for posting memorabilia of swastikas on Instagram. Yeah, we think Seth is better off with Becky, all things considered. Let's see what costumes they can come up with this year. Number 2. AJ Lee as Kitana from Mortal Kombat. AJ Lee is no stranger to a bit of cosplay and has even dressed up as one of our favorite video game characters, Chun-Li, in the past, but that's not the one we want to focus on today. Instead, we're going to talk about her superior costume as Kitana from the Mortal Kombat series. She revealed this look to the world during a Divas Battle Royal on an episode of Raw back in 2011, and it's pretty accurate. AJ is a well-known gamer and has listed the Mortal Kombat series as one of her favorites, with Kitana being her number 1 character in the franchise overall. What sets this one above the rest is that she even managed to work Kitana's iconic fan wave into the match, a moment that will live on forever in GIF form. Top marks, AJ. Number 3. The Bella Twins as the Mario Brothers. The Battle Royal that gave us AJ Lee dressed as Kitana also gives us another entry on this list in the form of the Bella Twins, who took the Halloween-themed match as an opportunity to dress up as another famous pair of siblings years before Seth Rollins ever had the idea. Yes, the Bellas arrived to the ring as the Super Mario Brothers, or should we say Super Mario Sisters, with Nikki Bella dressing up as Mario and younger sister Brie in the role of Luigi. Unsurprisingly, this one was popular with the fans given the somewhat revealing interpretation of the characters the sisters came up with, though we do have to wonder who Daniel Bryan would be if they were to resurrect this costume idea for modern day. Maybe he would end up as Yoshi, and while we're at it, perhaps with John Cena on the outs with Nikki Bella, he could also dress as Wario for the occasion to really complete the team. Number 4. Zelina Vega as Vega from Street Fighter, and many others. Zelina Vega is another gaming enthusiast on the current WWE roster, and like others on this list, has a lot of love for the Mortal Kombat series. She's shown this by dressing up as a number of different characters from the series. She appeared at this year's Women's Royal Rumble match as series mainstay Sindel, and has even dressed as Jade in the past at an event promoting Mortal Kombat 11. While these were both great, we have to give the gold star to her appearance in the first ever Women's Royal Rumble match as a namesake Vega from the Street Fighter series, even going so far as to have the character's mask and claws. Granted, she did spend most of the subsequent match under the ring until being chased out of the match by Hornswoggle, but the outfit was great nonetheless. Number 5. Leva Bates as Ash Ketchum. The reigning queen of cosplay and wrestling is undoubtedly Leva Bates, who will be better known to some as Blue Pants from NXT and AEW's The Librarian. While she hasn't had a chance to flex this talent on AEW television yet, on the indies she was notorious for dressing up as a variety of different characters, including wrestlers such as The Undertaker, The Sandman, and Raven. When it comes to outfitting herself as her favorite video game characters, she's no slouch either, notably appeared in the ring as Ash Ketchum from the Pokemon series at a Premier Wrestling Experience event in 2013. She even brought a Pokeball to the ring with her, which earns her extra marks, though we'd expect nothing less from Leva by this point. We have to wonder if AEW will eventually just drop the Librarian character and let her go back to doing more fun stuff like this. Obviously not as WWE characters, otherwise AEW may face a lawsuit on their hands. Number 6. The New Day as the Samurai, the Monk, and the Red Mage from Final Fantasy. If there's one wrestler on the WWE main roster you would expect to bust out a bit of video game related cosplay, it's Xavier Woods, host of the video game YouTube channel Up Up Down Down, and of course, member of the New Day. Woods and his New Day teammates Kofi Kingston and Big E showed their combined love for the legendary Final Fantasy series at WrestleMania 33, where they appeared as the show's hosts. Big E came dressed to the ring as Samurai, while Xavier Woods was a monk, and Kofi Kingston a Red Mage, 3 reoccurring character types from the series. They even had a chocobo adorned ice cream cart with them, as well as a Moogle that added that extra touch of detail. Wrestling Twitter instantly went into overdrive after their experienced fans loving the look. It was a cool moment overall and a neat way to tie in with Final Fantasy 15, which was one of the sponsors of the event. Number 7. Kenny Omega as Sans from Undertale. Now, Kenny Omega may be the most famous wrestling gamer out there, and his love for the cult classic Undertale has been well documented, with him going so far as to call it his favourite video game of 2015. Kenny proved his love of the game when he made an entrance dressed as Sans, one of the game's most memorable characters, which we won't go into any further details about here for fear of spoilers, but just go and play it, it's pretty awesome. Omega came out dressed as a character on last year's Halloween episode of Dynamite, and even used Megalovania, a track from the game, as his theme music for the night.
The struggles, the mental struggles that Kenny Omega has faced, the weights that hang over his head.
Right. Are you saying Kenny Omega has mental illness?
I'm saying,
is he sick?
I'm saying that he has struggled in recent months.
To top it all off, he also managed to get Undertale creator Toby Fox to create a custom intro video for him in the style of the game, which made sly references to much of the cleaner's history, including his long-time relationship with Kota Ibushi. At the time, this led many to believe there was even an angle in the works, and though there's no sign of this being true yet, that outfit was great enough that we don't even care. Number 8. Ronda Rousey as Sonya Blade from Mortal Kombat. Now this one almost feels like cheating, as Ronda Rousey technically is Sonya Blade, well, at least in Mortal Kombat 11, where she provided the character's voice. This was a major coup for the former UFC champion, as she had been a huge fan of the Mortal Kombat series for years and listed Sonya Blade as her favourite character. While her voice performance received mixed reviews from the game's fanbase, it was still a huge deal, and WWE wisely got in on the promotion for this one too, as Rousey was able to dress in some Sonya cosplay for her Raw Women's title defense against Ruby Riott at Elimination Chamber 2019. It was a cool little moment and showed just how much love she has for the series and for the character. It also gave the match, whose result was painfully obvious before the bell even rang, a bit of a much needed noteworthiness to it. Number 9. The Elite as Ryu, Ken, and Akuma from Street Fighter. Kenny Omega proves his video game fandom by making a second entry on this list, this time with his partners in the Elite, the Young Bucks. This one actually happened before Omega's appearance at Sans and was at AEW's Fighter Fest show, an event that was done in partnership with the community effort Orlando fighting game event. In fitting with the theme of the night, the Elite came to the ring for their match against the Lucha Brothers and the Laredo Kid, sporting nifty Street Fighter themed gear. Nick and Matt Jackson were dressed up as Ryu and Ken from the aforementioned series, while Kenny Omega eventually arrived as Akuma after taking out an Omega imposter as part of their entrance. They even went to the trouble of including Street Fighter moves in the match itself, with the 3 of them blasting out Hadoukens to a massive pop from the gamer-filled crowd. These are the kind of things that make people fall in love with the Elite in the first place, and it's nice to see they've been able to incorporate a little bit of their being the Elite style humor into AEW without it going overboard. And number 10, Mickie James as Lara Croft. Rounding out the list is WWE and TNA legend Mickie James, who appeared at a Divas Halloween costume contest at 2008's Cyber Sunday pay-per-view dressed as Lara Croft, lead character of the Tomb Raider series. James got the look spot on and even had the toy guns to go with it. She has said that she is a massive fan of the games, as well as the early 2000s film starring Angelina Jolie, and it was an effort that paid off as she won the fan vote for the best costume of the night, beating out the likes of Candice Michelle as Marilyn Monroe and Maria Kanellis as a bunny, and not to be confused with AEW's The Bunny. It's hard to imagine a Divas costume contest going down well in modern day WWE, but it was a moment of its time, and it looked like all the women involved were having fun at least. We just wonder what Mickie thinks of the latest reboots of the Tomb Raider game and film series. But there you have it guys, 10 times wrestlers dressed as video game characters. Be sure to leave your comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.